bind you together. Look at that fingerprint on that screen. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay. Oh, it fucking works.
Oh, wow. And today we're reviewing the Nintendo Wii U. The long-awaited new console is here to stay.
Here it is, and the system's actually upstairs, and I just turned it on.
And if this is alien to you and you're scared of this, there's always the Pro Controller.
Well, it's cool. It's just cool to see that.
Cool.
I turned the Wii U on, and I'm not in the room. Listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I can go on into the Miiverse here, and look.
One of the coolest features is that you can play your games in your bed, you know, meters away from the actual Wii U. Not all games, like ZombiU, you can't do that.
The new Mario, you can do that. Think about when you can use two.
Holy shit.
For one system,
Can
one
you buy
game.
this separately?
It's only in Japan where they have a few games that use two.
It's only in Japan where they have vending machines filled with women's used underwear.
Exactly.
That's what they have.
Now that I've played it for the last week, so since we got it, I can see such potential here in this operating system, but you right away pointed out the loading times are a bit ridiculous.
It's usually like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
But when you think about the 360 and the PS3, you know, you hit the home button and boom, the menu pops up. This is not the case for the Nintendo Wii U.
I think it's just the way the system's programmed.
It's just not very efficient.
It's not efficient, but for me it works.
It's not going to be as successful as the Wii.
No.
Like, it's not going to explode like that. All these games, these hardcore games, will have, hopefully, these cool Nintendo Wii U features that you can only get on the Wii U, which will be amazing.
I don't think we need to go into detail of how the system works, what the system's about. You guys probably know everything about it. So, I mean, I could bring up a few things that you probably didn't know about the system. For instance,
it's made out of linen.
A lot of people were saying like, oh, I'm gonna have to plug the controller in constantly because it's gonna die. We have the deluxe version and the cradle's with it, and when you drop it in the cradle, it's charging.
Yeah.
So
or you can just put the cord in when you play,
directly
right?
into it. Yeah.
Right.
Anyone that's complaining like, oh, the controller is a controller, you have to plug it in. It's not like a PC. The PC's already plugged in. You just play your games all night. You don't have to worry about that because you kind of have that cradle just sitting by you, and it's like, whatever, just put it in there.
Right.
It's
but
not.
You could see some situations where that would be problematic, though. I'm sure they're going to re-release a new Nintendo within 2 years that'll have better battery life and maybe will address these issues. Another thing I didn't like about it is this touch screen is not a multi-touch screen.
I don't mind that.
It feels dated. The stylus works way better than your finger, which to me also feels a little dated. Light touches sometimes don't register. It's like when you're playing ZombiU and you're panicky, and you miss it, or you're just tapping it later than you usually do, it doesn't register, but sometimes it does.
I disagree with some of the things he said. I don't think the screen's that bad. I think if you own a 3DS, you're used to it.
It just feels a little bit like a step backwards because I'm so used to smartphones.
I guess.
And tablets
I could see you say that,
multi-touch.
but I think it's simple and everyone can pick it up and understand it, and that's what I like about it.
I don't like the stylus.
I like the stylus because you don't need to use it all the time, but sometimes they want you to get very precise, and sometimes you don't need to be precise. To be honest, I love this controller. The analog sticks, they're a little bit looser on the Pro Controller, I noticed. You can play 3 different ways, with the gamepad, with the Pro Controller, or even the Wiimote.
Oh, here's the Wiimote. Kidding.
It's not a Wiimote.
Kidding.
You use all of these different things together, and that's what makes this a very unique system. You have 4 players playing at once, plus a 5th player now.
Adds a new layer. It's a new player.
There's something new about it. Yeah.
It's almost like, it's always like a god player, I call
Exactly.
it. In all the examples I've seen it's like a god player who is, you know, putting platforms on, or, you know, spawning zombies.
And I do like the fact that it's a giant DS. They've had years and years of DS research, and they know what works, what doesn't. And they've basically taken all of that and thrown it into this. Plus, it's in HD. Every game almost has like 6 different ways to play it, it felt like. Nintendo Land really truly is a good game. We'll review that down the line. It shows you so many different ways to play with the Wii U that you can't help but be impressed.
You know what I love the most? The way it feels in your hands. I couldn't believe how comfortable it is. It looks so awkward. You're like, how is that gonna work? It takes a while to get used to first-person shooters because you're not used to having your hands so far apart, but after half an hour, you get the hang of it. Miiverse is essentially, they took Twitter, Facebook, put them together and put them in there. While you're playing it, you can actually hit the home button and go into the Miiverse. And what it does is it doesn't actually stop your game. It takes the screenshot where you paused it, and you can post that and actually put a little note. I just can't figure out this part. And then they can actually comment back, and it's actually really cool. The chat itself is not spectacular.
It's basically on par with like an iPhone chat, but maybe not as high quality.
I like how it uses that camera in the games though. Sometimes your face the camera will turn on.
And you don't even know.
Turn on in the game. You're like, whoa, there's me. Cool. And there's also, everyone knows there's a microphone in there, so you can do you can talk while you're playing multiplayer games. Even in like Nintendo Land, you have to blow on the gamepad to make things work sometimes.
And yeah, you blow on it through the microphone.
It really is a giant 3DS. All those things you've seen in the DS, you do here.
With the gyroscope, when you turn around in say like Nintendo Land, you can turn right around, and it's like you're in that world.
Well, I think what we've been waiting for video games to do, full experience all around you, like almost like a virtual reality, and it's never been really done quite well. You know, virtual headsets, but now it feels more natural.
It's almost getting there.
To turn around and turn like this and see it on the screen, not to have the thing on your head like
it's almost like a window into that world.
It's not overwhelming where it doesn't...
Yeah, it's great.
It doesn't give you emotion.
It's really cool.
Make you puke all over your mom.
I'd say the Friend system is much better than any other system they've ever done.
And no Nintendo ID or anything.
Yeah, all you need...
I mean, like, no, like, number.
No number. Yeah. Like, so mine's Jason3KB. So if you guys search that, you can find me on here. So
that's mine too. We share one.
Then another huge thing on this I want to bring up is during a game, you hit the home button, you can actually go into the web browser, and it's not only lightning fast, it's the best web browser I've seen other than on an iOS device. You're looking at the web page on the TV or down here, and it's amazing. Netflix, amazing on here. So there's download management. Once you're downloading things, you can play games while it's downloading or while it's, you know, in the background. Then when it's done, the home button actually lights up to let you know, hey, your content is done.
I was impressed with actually the store, the digital store they have.
The Nintendo eShop.
Yeah.
Everyone's been talking about that as well, because for the first time ever, Nintendo's offering full games on release day. Not only does it look really good, it actually functions really good.
And I think they actually looked at iTunes. They have like a top charts. It's not ready yet because there hasn't been enough purchases.
Yeah.
But they have like top 10 picks. For people who don't know, there is a launch update that is 5 gigabytes. If you have the 8 gigabyte model, then you're left with about 3 gigabytes. So you're going to need like a USB external hard drive. USBs are 2 in the front, 2 in the back. They're USB 2.0.
On the front of the Wii U system, there is an SD card input, but that's only for the Nintendo Wii. Yeah. But there is a workaround. If you get an SD card reader and plug it into the USB port on the front or the back and then put the card in, it acts like a hard drive. I don't know if they're going to get rid of that.
I am surprised, though, that they put USB 2.0 instead of 3.0. It's like a fraction of the speed, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just annoying. That's your last resort. But
it doesn't matter, because it works. You play a game directly off the...
You just have to wait longer. That's the thing.
It loads, though. It loads.
Yeah, I know, but it's slower than 3.0.
I guess, but I don't really notice
I guess it is.
I guess.
It's a fact. I think it's like some of the games are really cool, and there's a lot of launch games, and some of them are actually quality.
Especially if you have a group of people there.
Yeah. It's like, if you have more than one friend.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna have a blast.
Basically, it's an experience that you've never had before.
$350 for the 32 gigabyte model.
Yep.
$300 for the 8 gigabyte model. That's Canadian price. A Nintendo Pro controller. I love. It's very similar to the 360, but the buttons are over here on the joystick. One thing missing is anything for like a headset or a voice chat. I guess you just hook it up to this next to you on the couch. Just so you guys know, this will have to be close to you while you play on this. It can't be like too far to connect your headphones.
To be honest, it still does hear you.
No, that's not the problem. The problem
headphones are here.
No, I know. But the problem is people like to have a headset so they don't confuse the game audio from the TV with the voice chat on the headset.
To me, I don't mind having this with me all where I play. And they threw in HDMI cables, and they threw in the sensor bar so you can use it. This has a vision. Like, I played it, and I see the future, and like when Zelda comes out on this system, unless they shit the bed on that one, I don't know what to say. Like,
I think if they shit the bed on that one,
a lot of people will be upset.
You'll be gone.
I'll quit the show. Metroid Prime on this system, holy shit, dude.
I can't wait for Mario Galaxy 3.
Fucking nuts.
Hey! Oh!
You play the games like this. You hold it like this.
Like this.
You hold it like this.
A little of that.
A little of this. A little of that. Long story short, if you're a Nintendo fan, this does not let you down.
What do you say to the rumors of developers saying that, you know, Nintendo Wii U is not good enough for the game that I'm working on right now, CPU's too slow, the RAM sucks, blah, 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 blah.
Anyone that says, oh, PS4 and Xbox 720, they're gonna crush this thing.
Probably. What do you say to the developers?
I say that they...
Who say that, no, I'm not gonna make my game on the Wii U because I can't handle it.
I don't know what to say to them. I think that if they can't figure
out... Lazy development, or is there something wrong with the hardware?
I don't think there's absolutely nothing wrong with this hardware.
Some of them are saying it's not worth it for us to downgrade the game so much to work on the Wii U.
See, but that to me is a dumb statement. This has gameplay elements that those other systems don't have.
The new Call of Duty comes out, next gen, you know, full, beautiful graphics, and then they say, you know what? We're not going to make it for the Wii U. I'd be kind of surprised about that.
I'm so sick of the term next gen. I don't care about next gen. I'm living now, and I want to play a game that's fun and good right now. I don't give a shit.
But aren't you worried that in 4 years, the Wii U is not going to be able to play the games everyone else is playing on the other two consoles?
No, because I'll have HD Mario, I'll have HD Zelda, HD Metroid Prime.
For you, it's all about Nintendo exclusives. You don't really, for this console, you don't care about the other ones.
To be honest,
the multiplat.
To be honest, if I saw Grand Theft Auto on here, I'd love it. But I'm not going to go cry a river if they don't. Now I just need to see games take what Nintendo Land do and put them into their own games. Indie developers can put their games on here and charge whatever they want. Nintendo's not putting rules on that shit.
Yeah.
It's not Xbox Live. Indie developers should really pay attention to this because they can use this to their benefit.
Yeah, no, I totally agree about that. So I think we both thumbs up. We recommend it. I mean, there's some problems at launch, and there was some hardware questions that we're still scratching our head about.
That's one problem with this launch. It didn't have that title that makes you go, holy shit. Like if Zelda came out on release day for this,
like the Wii,
yeah, it would have been just stupid. Once you get it and you see what it can do, it's just a matter of time. It's like patience. It's like, enjoy what's out there right now. Zombie U, enjoy it. It might not be a AAA title, but it actually is really unique. You've never done this before. Definitely, I highly suggest getting this right now. There's no reason not to.
The only thing that really bugged me when we first got it was there's no Ethernet port. We had to rely on the Wi-Fi. I'd rather have an Ethernet port than Wi-Fi. Personally.
To be honest, I agree with you. Just buy a Wii USB adapter, network adapter.
Wii LAN adapter.
Wii LAN adapter, it's like 10 or 12 bucks.
So remember to like the video, and also remember to join our Facebook fan page and like it as well. Follow us on Twitter. What do you mean people don't like jokes
anymore?
People love jokes, Jason.
People don't like
That's why they watch Kat. They watch Kat to do her funny jokes.
She's a joke?
She's not good looking. It's because of her jokes that they come back and watch. Takes a while to do to get used to first-person shoot. It takes a while to get used to first-person shooters.